Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dora, the Fluid Crafter, and we are doing our altered book for my January design team project for Junk with Steph. And so I wanted to show you guys where I'm at. And so I just kind of had it closed to kind of try to see if I could manipulate it a little flatter with the pages inside, but it probably won't happen until I start gluing it down more. So I wanted to show you guys that I've also done the inside cover here. I have just decoupaged a napkin, but I can do a video to show you guys, if you'd like, how to keep it from being sticky. So this is not sticky. It's actually very textured. So anyways, so I've got my pages all done, and I'll just do a quick flip through real quick so you can see them. This is the one I was telling you will have a pocket here and a pocket on the side, and so I've already glued this down together, and so now all I have to do is just glue the bottom and the top. I haven't glued anything down as far as these here go. I need to start in the back, and when we get back there, I'll show you what I mean by that. I really am liking how this turned out. It is turning out so pretty. Can't wait to start decorating. But before we do that, we have to glue down the pages. And then let those dry. And this go around, I'll be using the Eileen's Tacky Glue instead of the Scotch, to give it a better firm hold on it. And then on this back page here, I'm going to do the back just like I did the front with the decoupage napkin, and then make it to where it's not sticky. So I can do that with you guys in another video. So this one here, I wanted to try something different. This here is a 1-2 pocket in the corner, and so I already glued the page together. With this one here, I just did a glue stick and glued these together with a glue stick. Now, it's actually worked out really nicely, and it's not bumpy or anything. It's actually really smooth. And I know a lot of people are having concerns that when they do this and they go to close the page, let me see if I can get it down here, there's a bump, like, let me see if I can get it to work here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but it's like this page here comes out a little bit when you lay it flat, and that's okay. And the reason why that's okay is because when you start putting tags and journaling cards and other things in these pockets and filling them up, it's not going to be that way anymore. I have another one that I did for me, and my pages were like this when I started, and I thought, oh my goodness, my pages aren't laying flat. Well, they're not going to lay perfectly flat, and the reason being is when you have single pages, okay, and the book moves that way or the book moves this way, it doesn't matter. These pages are made to flow. You know what I mean? They're made to flow and move, and not all these pages are cut evenly. No matter what the book distributor tells you, they're not. And so there's always going to be that little flaw in a book. So when you're gluing them down together flat, you're altering the way that the book flows, not only just the pages. So please, please, please don't let that deter you from I'm sorry. Don't let that deter you from doing these altered books, or if you want to call them a glue book, I'm not sure. I've always just called them altered books. But so we're going to go through a couple of pages really quick. So here is one that's kind of complicated that we can do together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of these pages get glued together to create 1, 2, 3 pockets. So we're going to do this one first. And so when we glue these down, we're going to glue them this way. Always start from the back to the front, even if you have things on this side. So you would flip this page, glue, glue, lay down, glue, glue, lay down, and let dry. Don't move your pages back and forth or anything like that, because you can cause them to wrinkle, you can cause them to move or come apart. Keep them flat on the back, even if you have to stick something down or close the book for a while and let them dry. Okay, so we are going to start with this one here. And as I said, we're going to be using, well, I'm going to be using my Eileen's. For me, it gives a better hold when there's multiple pages being done together. So I'm going to start with this page here. I'm just going to glue the top and the bottom and then push it over to let it dry. And I'm going all the way down into the crease here just slightly. I do not go all the way to the edge. I do leave just a little bit. And then we're going to pull this page. We're going to pull the book up. We're going to lay this page on top of this one. And we're just going to smooth it down. Like so. If anything comes out of the sides, just wipe it off. And then just run your finger down the edges if you like. Just like that. And that's it. So now we're going to do this one. And I always forget to turn my notifications off, so I apologize for that. Now that's off. Okay. And now we're going to do this one the same way. And then we're going to do the last one. And that is all that's to it. So don't pull it over, don't move it, just let it sit there and let it dry and keep moving forward. Just let them dry as they are. So now we're doing this one here. And this part does take a little time. And I don't use a bone folder when doing this because one, I'm not using two-sided tape, and two, because I don't want it oozing out everywhere around the edges, and sometimes your bone folder can cause it to do that. So I don't want that to happen. I want to keep the glue on the pages, and if it oozes out too much, I take the chance of my pages right through here sticking together. So, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just using my hands and pushing them down, and that's it. Okay, and now this one here, you do the same thing except you glue right here on the corner. And when you do all this ahead of time, it actually makes it go by faster, to me anyways. And I am so glad that I decorated the pages this time before I decided to glue them down, because I tell you, I didn't do that on my first book, and it was such a pain to get behind all these little pockets after. Oops. Gotta get the bottom, right? Gotta get the bottom too there, Dora. Okay. I was like, oops, forgetting something. And if you have a stubborn page that feels like it just doesn't want to lay down or doesn't want to seal properly, you can always put a few binder clips on it, and that will help. And so as you go along, that's all you do. You just glue down how you want to make your pockets. And by the time you're done, you will literally have your very own altered book that you can sell or use as a journal yourself. You can give it to as a gift. And these are very different than regular journals, in my opinion, depending on how you make them. Most of the time, altered books are used for memory keeping or ephemera storage or something along those lines, is what I've seen them used for. And so, I mean, you know, you can, and that's why I put the lined ones on the backs of these pages so that it can be journaled in also, as well as storage or memory keeping. I thought that would be an important aspect. I like to journal. I do like to write. I write poetry, so, you know, to me, when I get a journal, I do like to have some writing space, you know, for my own personal, especially now, my own personal thoughts and stuff. You know, whether it is poetry or not, it's, you know, it's still my thoughts, and it's helpful. Okay, now we have 3 again. So let's do these 3. And I'm just doing a few of these pages with you guys so you guys can just kind of see what I do with mine. And you can do what I do. You can take what I do and maybe alter it a little bit more to suit, you know, how you would like to do yours. You know, and that's what crafting is. We see something that we like and we want to try, but what works for someone else doesn't always work for us. And so I think that's important to find, you know, what works for you personally. And that's what I've done with this. I've watched quite a few people do theirs, mainly Gail Agostinelli, and I love how she does her altered books, but doing it as we go along, you know, that's just something that does not work for me, and I don't know why, but I could never get the pages to do what I wanted them to do. And so, but you know what, that works for her. And so I'm glad it works for her, because, you know, she's able to do those videos, like, you know, hash them out so we can all learn from what she's doing. And that's what I'm hoping to do with this, is to maybe give someone another route to take. If, you know, if what they're watching someone else do is just not working for them. And so I hope that it kind of gives, you know, something different that you might be able to try. Okay, now we have 2 of the top pockets here. So we'll do these 2, and then I will finish gluing the book, and we will come back to decorate, which I am looking forward to. And you don't have to be perfect with the glue, and don't worry if it doesn't go all the way to the edge, because as long as it seals so that nothing slides down or out of the side if you don't want it to, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. Truly. Because let's face it, when I do books, or when I purchase a book, even when I purchase one from like Barnes and Nobles or Books A Million, or something like that I'm going to read. I know it sounds weird, but I feel the pages. I like soft, smooth pages to work with in my hands. I don't know, I like that texture. I really like the ones that are roughed up around the edges. If I do buy journals and things like that, I tend to go for the ones that have the handmade papers in them. Those are super fun to have. Okay. Sorry, I gotta push this end down over here because there's two of them, so I don't want it to come back up here. Some of that glue came out, so I wanted to make sure I got it off. Sorry if my head was in the way there for a second. Okay, so now we have, I'm going to close the book. So now we have these pages in the back that are done now. And so you would just simply let those dry. And you just stick something heavy on top of the book, just to leave it, to where it lays flat. It doesn't have to be squished together. I was just doing that so to see if I could get the ends to kind of flatten out, but that'll happen as I glue it down, I think, a lot better, which I can see that it is starting to. So just put something heavy on it like this, and just stick it to the side, and then you can work on your ephemera pieces or your tags or anything along that nature that you're going to be putting into the journal. And I have tons of stuff that I want to do for this. So, but before that, I wanted to talk to you guys about my giveaway. And my giveaway is going to be either or. I don't know how else to sell it. Either or. So the idea behind my giveaway is I'm trying to grow my channel. And in order for me to grow my channel, I need help from you guys. But I don't want to offer nothing for your help. And so what I'd like to do is I would like to give away either or a huge blank journal or a medium-sized fully decorated journal, plus ephemera for the blank journal, things that you can use to decorate it and whatnot, or and you can pick the size, but please no bigger than like 11 by 8. And the reason I say that is because doing a big jumbo journal, it's a lot of work. So, but the bigger it is, the more difficult it becomes. So just keep that in mind. So you can pick the size you would like. You can pick the theme out of the themes that I give to you. And the reason being is because those are the themes that I have here in my my studio. So in my stash. And also, there will be a surprise that goes along with that journal, but I can't mention what it is because it's so cool. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I finally found them. So there'll be a surprise that goes along with it for people who like to do mixed media. I'll just give you that. So if you do mixed media and you want to get a big blank journal that you can do your mixed media art in and things like that, then the little extra piece will be perfect for you. So anyways, here's the rules. The rules are: you must be a visible subscriber. You must like this video right here. You must comment down below with the words, or actually no, with the hashtag the Fluid Crafter. Hashtag the Fluid Crafter. And you must do one of these things: a VR to announce the giveaway. If you send someone, they must say that you sent them. Or you can share on Instagram or Facebook. But when you do that, make sure that you follow me so that a way when you tag me, I can see the tag. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so subscribe, like, comment, hashtag the Fluid Crafter. Share a VR or Instagram, Facebook with a tag to me, or let me know that you have it there so I can see it. And for each person that you send to my channel that comes back to this video and says, hey, such and such sent me, you get that extra point. Okay? Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so most of my giveaways usually run for a few weeks. This time, the giveaway is going to be when I reach, are you ready? 300 subscribers. One that gives me time to get all of it together, finish my design team project, help my parents move, and to get up the 300 subscribers. So I hope you guys will join in with me, and I hope a lot of people come along for this super fun thing. I will mention my giveaway in future videos and link this one so everybody can find it easily. And I hope to see you guys back. Have a great crafty day. Stay blessed. Bye bye now.